Hello, this is Crow with Crow Sports Crapology, and welcome to another episode. We're doing our NFL preview. We're previewing all the conferences, and we've done the NFC West, and we're going to preview the NFC North now, which is actually the NFC North. But Chris Berman used to always call it the NFC North because of hockey, and I kind of liked it, so I went along with it. I don't know, you like it or not. I went along with it. NFC North. Anyway. NFC North, not a whole lot different this year. A couple of different players, but teams are going to basically be the same, finish the same way, pretty much. In the NFC North, I have winning the NFC North. I have the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings right there, Minnesota Vikings. They're led by Mike Zimmer, defensive guru, pretty much a genius. Drafted a ton load of guys on defense the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and they've all paid off. They're all starting. He's got a lot of NFC Pro Bowlers on defense, and he brought in Kirk Cousins, play quarterback for them. They're going to get Dalvin Cook back, who tore some L's last year in the first few games and wasn't available. So they should do pretty well, the Vikings. I think they win the NFC North pretty easy. They got all the personnel on defense. They had a good coaching staff. George Edwards been running that defense with Mike Zimmer. Been working with Mike Zimmer for years now, for like 10 years now. And I don't see any differences in the defense. It's going to be number one. It'll be in the top 3 defenses probably in the NFL. Cousins should be able to move the ball. They got some decent wide receivers. They got Stephon Diggs, and they got Thielen. And I might have to look through my notes. I have a bad memory. They have Laquan Treadwell they've had for about 3 years. He hasn't really had much of an impact. They still got Rudolph at tight end. Good tight end. Let's see if I can see something here. Any wide receivers? Oh, they added Kendall Wright. He's like their 3rd or 4th wide receiver. But he was the starting wide receiver the last few years, a couple of years with Tennessee. So he's a pretty good receiver. And they got Latavius Murray in the backfield too with Dalvin Cook. So they're pretty much set, I would say. They should repeat, no problem. So we got the Vikings winning the NFC North. We got our board over here. And we got the NFC West there, you see. NFC West. And I got the Vikings up. NFC North. And the Vikings are going to finish first. Alright, so next in the NFC North is going to be the Green Bay Packers. Too bad for all you Packer fans. But Aaron Rodgers can put up some points with the Packers, but he's not going to be able to put up enough points to account for their crappy defense. They don't play defense very well, the Packers. They haven't for the last 5 years. I think McCarthy just doesn't like defense, or I don't know, maybe he doesn't know anything about it. He just got filled in on offense. He'd be the offensive coordinator. But he brought in Mike Betcher this year from the Arizona Cardinals. He's the Arizona Cardinals defensive coordinator for the last 3 or 4 years. Arizona didn't have much personnel on defense the last 3 or 4 years. They didn't do very well on defense. So I don't know if Betcher can improve that Packer defense or not. They don't have a lot of even the personnel on defense. They still have Ha Clinton Dix, the best name in pro football. Clinton Dix. He's a real good safety, but the best name in football, but they don't have anything else besides that, the Packers. So they come in second behind the Vikings. Maybe a wild card playoff spot. I doubt it, though. So the Packers are going to go up on the board. Next slot here, it's not as easy as it looks. You guys are laughing at me right now. So we got the Packers in second. In third to the NFC North will be a interesting team to watch. The Detroit Lions with new head coach Matt Patricia. He's coming over from the New England Patriots. He's part of that Belichick was tearing down the Patriots, and then Robert Kraft convinced him to stop. I'm assuming he paid Belichick a bunch of money or something. But he did get Matt Patricia a job as the head coach of the Detroit Lions. He was trying to get Josh McDaniels' job as head coach of the Colts, but Robert Kraft stopped it and did something and got them back. So the Lions are led by Matt Patricia, and I got to read this because I don't think I've ever heard of these guys he's got in his coaching staff. His offensive coordinator has been around NFL for a long time. Jim Bob Cooter, another great name in pro football. He was actually a quarterback at one time in the SEC. He's been a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator for some years. So he should do all right. Matt Stafford likes him. He's been around there a few years. And then the defensive coordinator, he's got Paul Pasqualani. He was at Boston College, defensive line coach last year. He produced an All-American defensive lineman. He's been a defensive coordinator and linebacker coach, position coach in college football, mostly for the last 30 to 40 years, 35 to 40 years. This man's been in the coaching game a long time. He's their defense coordinator. I don't know if he's really a defense coordinator. Matt Patricia, they work together. I don't know how they do it, but the Lions don't have any really personnel on defense. So I can't see that. I think Matt Patricia will probably get them playing okay on defense, but I can't see them having like much better than an average defense. They really just don't have the horses there. Offense, they should be the same. They got Matt Stafford and Golden Tate and who else? Marvin Jones. They got LeGarrette Kick you in the crotch blunt in the backfield, so he can run. He's a good inside runner. He's about, I don't know, I thought he'd be retired by now. I think he's about 50 years old, but he's still out there grinding yardage out. They got Riddick, and they still got Abdullah, whatever, Abdullah from Nebraska in the backfield. Abdullah's a good back. He can get outside. He's got some speed. I haven't, none of their other wide receivers or anybody I was impressed with. Their offensive line isn't that great. Stafford got hit a lot last year. So I expect the Lions to be able to win a few games, the defense to have some really good games. They'll probably have some bad games too. So I expect the Detroit Lions coming third in the NFC North. We'll try to put the Lions up here on this board in the third slot. And we got them. All right. Last in the NFC North is the Chicago Bears. A lot of Bear fans everywhere, but sorry, Bear fans, your team's still terrible. Nagy's in there now as a head coach. He's an offensive guy. Might help what's his name, Trubisky, as a quarterback. They got Chase Daniels backing him up. Chase Daniels might be able to help him a little bit. But the Bears don't have any personnel either. They got Jordan Howard in the backfield, that Cohen guy, and they're pretty happy with that. Didn't seem like they tried to bring in anybody else, any other running backs. Anyway, it seems like it's going to be the Bears, as the Bears have been for the last 20, 30 years. We're not going to spend much money, and we're going to try to win the thing with defense. But I don't even see that great of players on defense. I don't see anybody on offense that really catches my eye. So they're gonna come in last. I expect them to win maybe like 3-4 games the whole season. They got the Ducks, Oregon Ducks head coach as offensive coordinator, Mark Hilfrich. And they got Vic Fangio, really good defensive coordinator. So he might be able to do something even though they don't have a lot of all-star Pro Bowl personnel. looking at my notes here. See if they have anybody. Oh, Taylor Gabriel, a little fast wide receiver. They added Allen Robinson. He used to be with the Jacksonville Jaguars, former Michigan quarterback. And they do have Roquan Smith, the linebacker for Georgia. That guy is a very good linebacker. I thought he was probably the best linebacker in college football last year. So he should help them a lot on defense. They could probably get something done. I still think they're going to struggle. They don't have a good secondary. They don't have really a good pass rush. Like I said, your Chicago Bears, unfortunately, they win 3 games, maybe 4 games a year. They come in last in the NFC North. So there it is. I got the NFC West, I got the NFC North. There they are. NFC North, you got the Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, and Chicago Bears. And that's how they finish. I'm pretty good at this. If you got any contest where you need to put in where the teams are going to finish in their division, I'm pretty good at this. I was probably about 80% last year. I got some of the divisions exactly right. I got a lot of them exactly right. So that's it. This is Crow for Crow Sports Crapology. We'll see you later. We'll be back with the NFC South and the NFC East previews of where they're going to finish. And of course, when the season starts, we're going to do give you some point spreads. We'll be your bookie, tell you who to bet on and when. So that's it for Crow Sports Crapology.